Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvina Paditamastu Ma Vidvishavai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadashivasamarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. First of all, my thanks to all of you who have assembled today to listen and reflect about Pujya Gurudev's glory, Guru Mahima, a greatness of the Guru. And it is said that without a spiritual guidance from a person of knowledge, no soul can ever reach its final destination. Even to drive somewhere where we do not know the place, we need GPS nowadays or a map. Someone who knows where the place is, how to reach there. Without that, we cannot even reach there or easily reach there. Very often we find people say we don't need a guru. Books are there. Nowadays there are AI is also there. Why do we need any person to teach us? It is true that a person who reads the books or understands the means and ways by oneself can start the journey, but not end it. Because we do not know what the end is. Moksha or liberation, enlightenment, is not a place to go. Unlike the usual belief, like a heaven, a place of enjoyment, that is not, really speaking, what is described in our scriptures as moksha. I was there long time back in one place in Bangalore, and I was giving lectures, and the topic of moksha came, and I was introducing the topic. At the end of the topic, when I came out, one person came to me and said, "Swamiji, मैंने decision लिया क्या आप मोक्ष दे दो." I said, मैं दूंगा, पर पहले बताओ क्या मोक्ष क्या है? कुछ भी हो दे दो. It is not a vastu, an object. One can hand over. A lilo, a moksha. We have to grow to become. It's not a place to go. It is a state to discover or realize. Now, how many of you are awake now? Okay, only one person said that. Now, if I ask you, where is the state of sleep in you? You just came out of it. Some of them still there. Now, where is it? Is it outside you or inside you? Why it is not there right now? Inside you said. Then why it is not right now? So you are awake. So when you are awake, that state of sleep, even though within you, is not available to you. If I keep talking and if it is boring to you, it will come. Nidra Devi will come, embrace you wherever you are. Now, just like a state of sleep is not a place to go, even though we say, when a person goes to sleep, there's a goes to sleep. So gaya. Kahan gaya? Physically, he did not go anywhere. But he is gone in his mind to a state. But that state of return, Yadgatva nivartante. Yadgatva, having gone which? Nivartante. He will come back only. And then to become again awake, again to do things in the world. But moksha is said to be Yadgatva na nivartante. Having gone to which there is no return. Oh my God, Swamiji, no. मुझे आना चाहिए. तो कितना काम करना है. So many things are there to do. So the state of moksha or liberation, enlightenment is not a place to go physically, but a state of awareness or level of consciousness, having gone which there is no return in the same way. Return in the same means you would not be the same person. We'll come to that later. So moksha or liberation, enlightenment, whatever mean the name you give, is not something which a person can take you and reach there. You have to grow into that. It takes time. One has to have a lot of patience and at the same time steadfastness to grow into that state of awareness. Gurudev always said that state of consciousness, raising yourself to that state. And since it is internal, it's not externally perceived by anybody. I am growing towards moksha, can you see it? You cannot ask anybody. Only a guru can know that. Because such a person has gone to that state and understood the difficulties, limitations, setbacks, obstacles, troubles, all that which will be on the way, which for more or less for everyone it will be the same. So a constant guidance from a guru who observes you internally alone can guide there. So, guidance from a guru is inevitable. Now, one may say, my guru is not physically there anymore. How do we make sure that we are on the path, we are guided? Gurudev always said, I am with you, close your eyes, you will see me. Mahatmas, even though physically they are no more, but they are available for every ardent seeker. Always. Provided our mind is with him. Bhagavan also said, Krishna, Maye Vamanadatsva, Mayi Buddhim Niveshaya, Nivasishyasi Mayeva, Ada Urdhvam Na Samshaya. Keep your mind and buddhi in me, you will be with me. No doubt. Nivasishyasi Mayi, you will remain in me only. Ata urdhvam, hereafter. Na samshaya. No doubt about that. So, one has to have that kind of a shraddha, faith in the Guru. Even the person physically is not there, but it is for sure Gurudev will be there with us if we are able to put our mind, the entire antakarana, into him. And many of us who have seen him in person will have no doubt about that. That generation of people who have seen him in person is slowly receding. So it's all the more important that those who are on the path, those who are listening to his lectures through video or audio, those who are reading his books, those who are getting guidance from his teachings, must have the same attitude towards the Guru, as if he is there within each one of us. Whoever invokes him will get that guidance. So when I was thinking about what way I can bring my thoughts towards him into a form of praise, glorification. So that's when I started to compose this 10 verses last summer. Few of the things I did much before also, but not in a cohesive manner. So last summer, before Mahasamadhi camp, I started to compose this and then gave it to, submitted to Guruji in Bombay. And he went through that, corrected it little bit, advised me to change few things, and then we published it in Mahasamadhi camp. So I spoke on this subject. Some of you were there. So then our Shiva, I said, why not we do it here? So that's where we are. This particular composition is similar to Tapon Shatkam, the way to chant it. You all know. So I'll chant that and then you can follow. If you notice that there are 10 verses, that's why it's called Dashakam. Sadguru Dashakam. In English, when you say Sadguru, it looks like sad Guru. But it's not a sad, the Guru is not sad. Sat. Because of the Sanskrit samasa, not samasa, due to the sandhi, sad plus guru, when it is sandhified, it becomes sad Guru. Otherwise, it is split, it is Sat Guru. Whereas Satsanga, you don't say sad Sangha. So there, the sandhi doesn't take place. So it will remain as satsang. Sadbhava, when you say, then it becomes sadbhava, not satbhava. When you say satbhava, it becomes S-A-D, B-H-A-V-A, sadbhava. Similarly, Sadguru. So here, in this 10 verses, each verse starts with one syllable. E, E, as you see it. So there are 10. So we'll read the first one. Ajatvadi sadguna sampanna yogi karmani kritva pinitaram viragi samadhistitopi svabhaktaya labhyah mama sadgururyah suvidvastu varyah. Together. Ajatvadi sadguna sampanna yogi karmani kritva pinitaram viragi samadhistitopi svabhaktaya labhyah mama sadgururyah suvidvastu varyah. That mama sadgurur yaha will continue everywhere. Yaha, he who, mama sadguru, my teacher of reality. Sadguru means guruhu sad bodhayati, sad atmanam bodhayati. He is the one who teaches about sat, about reality. He is called Sadguru. Mama Sadguruhu Yaha, he who, and then whatever be the particular quality. Here it is first line, Suvidvastu Varyaha. Varyaha Sreshtaha. One who is the best. Vara means best. Varyaha. So the one who is the best, among whom? Suvidvastu, Suvidvaha, Suvidvastu, meaning he the one who is the best knower, one who is the best among all those people who are the knowers of the truth. Suvidvastu varyaha mama sadguruhu. And who is he? One who has all the qualities of the great person. As we know, 108 names of Gurudev starts with Aja. Ajaya namaha, Avyayaya namaha, Avinashine namaha, ityadi. Our Guruji and Swami Shantananda, long time back, they had composed this 108 names, compiled them together and gave it to Gurudev. So he was saying, oh, very good. So they started with like that, but then Guruji once told me that we didn't follow strictly. In between change. So the first one is Aja. Bhagavan Krishna says, I am also Aja only. Ajo bisan avyayatma bhutanam ishvaro bisan. Even though I am unborn, but I am seen to be in form, physically formed. So the reality is unborn. Unborn means what? It has no beginning. It has no beginning. Because anything that has a beginning must be caused by something. And anything that is caused is always limited by the cause. If you have any doubt about that, your teenager, boy or girl, you ask if that teenager comes late to home after a party or weekend program, or why are you so late? So she will say, because, that's all. You will not know what is the cause. Cause, then you go behind her. Cause what? By the time she will go into the room and shut down. Anyway, so the effect is limited by the cause. So any limitation does not make a person complete. So here the reality is said to be not having any cause. Whenever I go to the Balwayar classes, to meet the children, they'll ask always, who created God? Everything is created. Who created God? So we have to say God is not created. How can that be? Because it is unfathomable. In this world, anything that is there must have something before that. There is nothing in this world apparently which we perceive which has no beginning, which has no adi. So it does not come from anything when you say, how can that be? So Gurudev used to say, we are only measuring everything in terms of time and space. Anything that is in space definitely has been caused by something in space. Anything that has come in time must have origin at some point of time. But what is the origin of time and space itself? Can we say space came from space? Time came from time? When you say time to time, so the measure with which we measure everything must not have anything to begin with. So here, one who realized the beginninglessness of the reality, he is called Aja. Physically, Gurudev also had a physical birth from his mother. We are not referring to the physical personality. As much as Krishna also had a beginning, Devaki, Vasudeva. But we are not referring to him as when he appears himself as, that's what he said, Ajobi san avyaya atma, imperishable, bhutanam ishwarahapi, swam pragritim adhishtaya, sambhavami atmamayaya. Even though I am the Lord of the universe, Bhagavan Krishna says, me holding the Prakriti under my control, I appear again and again. So this appearance is what you are seeing as me, the Krishna. But who am I? Bhutanam Ishvara. The Lord of the universe. Mahabhuta Nyahankaraha. In another place he explains that these are all from me. Matta evatan vidhi. Me, from me alone, everything. So referring to that reality and attributing that nature to the Guru, we should look at him as Ajaha, unborn. See, Guru is a physical person, but Guru Tattva is not physical person. Because Guru Tuam, the state of being enlightened and ability to enlighten others, is always there. And it appears and being invoked in different personalities as they reach the state of enlightenment. They have assumed that ability to enlighten and guide people. That's why Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmad Acharya Paryantam, up to my own teacher, Vande Guru Paramparam. So Ajatvadi, Sadguna, all the various say great qualities, Ajatvadi. Ajatva means being birthless. Tva, when you say the state of or being, Ajatva. So we say Ajaya Namaha. So Ajatvam, the state of being not born, is a guna. Ajatvadi Sadguna Sampanna, one who is endowed with Sampat is attribute. Sampanna, one who has the attribute. Yogi. Yogi here, not a person who stands upside down. It is not the physical yoga, though that may be helpful for health. But yoga here means one who is ever united with the reality. I remember when I was studying in Sandipani, my teacher was very fond of, yoga, and he had called one teacher, yoga teacher, to teach us yoga also. Surya Namaskar Ityadi, all that. Regularly we were doing during that 2.5 years. So once Gurudev came, he always travels, but once when he came to Bombay, my teacher, Acharya of our course, he went to him, and I was there in that because I was serving Gurudev as Dwarapalaka. I'm one of the Dwarapalakas, two of them, very strict. We will not allow anybody inside, like Jaya Vijaya. So I was witnessing what Gurudev was conversing with my teacher. So he was very excited. Swamiji, our children are all very healthy, the students are all, because I have brought a yoga teacher to teach them everything. Oh, what are they learning? All the asanas and then Surya Namaskar. And oh, so they all do Surya Namaskar? Yes, very good, very good, very good, very good. And so he was very happy. Gurudev said, very good. Then suddenly Gurudev turned him and said, now you can stop. He was shocked. Because Gurudev did not believe that yoga by itself is sufficient for enlightenment. He studied under Shivananda Yoga, you know that, Shivananda Maharaj. But Shivananji also sent him to Taponji. Because at some point of time, Gurudev said that physical thing does not carry further. You need to know. Because enlightenment is not a physical reality. It's something to be, as I said, one grows into that state of awareness that is possible only when you lose ignorance. Though he regarded that as useful for physical health, but not for moksha. So here yogi should be understood as Adhyatma yogi. One who teaches the great knowledge of self-knowledge. Ajatvadi Sadguna Sampanna yogi. And he is also Karma yogi. And he demonstrated to us how to perform action without attachment. Karmani Kritvapi. Even though he was engaging in varieties of actions, Nitaram Viragi, ever remained always dispassionate. I remember once I came across one picture of Gurudev with Dalai Lama. He was even now staying closer to our ashram, Siddhabari ashram. So, Dalai Lama visited our Siddhabari ashram long time back, and there was one picture with Gurudev and Dalai Lama together. So I got that picture and then uploaded. At that time I had the Facebook. So I uploaded that picture with the caption, "Dispassion meets compassion." Dispassion is not, Gurudev is the very embodiment of dispassion, and Dalai Lama is known for his compassion. So dispassion meets compassion. In dispassion and compassion, there is absence of passion. Both to be compassionate also, you should not have narrow-mindedness, possessiveness, attachment. So viragi means one who does not have raga. Nitaram, at all times, not in particular situation or about things. Like some people have Vedanta virag. वेदांत में विराग हो गया, सो भगवान में भी विराग होता है. आई एम वेरी डिस्पैशनेट अबाउट भगवान ऑल्सो. नो, Nitaram means in all occasions, even though he engaged in all actions. Because it is true, action comes out of desire. Karmanaha moolam kama. Kama eva karmanaha moolam. Desire alone is the cause of action. If one has no desire, one does not act. So what makes a Mahatma like Gurudev to engage in action? Desire. And what desire? Ishwara Ichcha. Desire in the form of what Bhagavan wants, not what I want. So, Ichcham vina na karma sambhavati. Without desire, there cannot be action. But what kind of Ichcha is what is the question? Ishwara Ichcha va, Jivasya Ichcha va. It is individual's desire, Ishwara, Jiva Ichcha or Ishwara Ichcha. So, Karma Yoga is essentially Ishwara Ichcha. To discover itself will take time. Kya Ishwar ki Ichcha? So, when we want to do something, it is individual desire or it is Bhagavan's. To discover that itself will take time. So, Bhagavan Krishna made it very clear, Loka Sangraham eva Ishwara Ichcha. What can bring people together and benefit maximum number of people? That's why our motto also, maximum happiness to maximum number of people. What gives joy, happiness, protection, security to maximum number of people in the society without harming anybody else? Leaving aside one's own personal interest. So, to discover that in our life itself will take a lot of time. It is not that you have to go out of the way to do it. Whatever one is doing itself can be extended to Ishwara Ichcha, to bring in maximum benefit to others. Losing oneself in that, not having even in that any attachment. That's what he demonstrated to us. Karmani krutvapi nitaram viragi. Now he is physically not there. How do we come to have his blessing? Samadhistitopi. Even though physically he is not there, but he is in Samadhi Sthiti. in the state of oneness with the self, self-abidance state. That's why when we go to Mahatma Samadhi, that place where he finally rested is said to be the place where he is available. Now, in a common person, a person who is a jiva with full of desires, where does the body go? Body goes to the where it is burnt or buried, and it disappears. And the jiva, the subtle body, goes to where it further needs to fulfill its desire. Gurudev used to say, now after the class, where do you go? Where your desires are? Breakfast, Swamiji. Hai ki nahi? Or if you have already had breakfast, then your workplace. Or today is Saturday, Swamiji. Yeah, my friend had called me, so I have to go there. Or some party, or some meeting, or your relative's place, whatever be. So you go where the desires are. Desire fulfillment is what everyday life we do. Or the one who is desireless, where does he go? He goes nowhere. Where is he? Nowhere. Now here. So, in the case of a Mahatma who has become desireless, pranaha na utkramante. His prana or subtle body does not lift. It Upanishad very clearly says. In the case of a person of desire, the prana or the subtle body here referred as prana will uplift itself towards the place of its further engagement. Another body, another birth, another cycle of birth and death. But in the case of a Mahatma who realized that reality, and the prerequisite for that is desirelessness. When there is no desire, where can it go? That's why if you see Sri Ramana Maharshi, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and Swami Taponam, etc., never moved from their place. Sthala Sannyas. Right? Where did they go? There are many other Mahatmas also. एक ही जगह में क्या जाना है? What I would need to get, what I would need is already here. Here means not in a place, in me. Atman evatmana tushtaha sthita prajnastadocchate. Self-content, available to oneself, completely abiding. Where's the need to go anywhere? So, samadhisthitaha api, even as he is abiding in his own self, in the place where people have physically had placed him in samadhi. And he loved that place in Siddhabari. Swami, Swamiji, who was there in Siddhabari, when he used to take care of Gurudev's needs whenever he would visit. And just before Gurudev left for 93, in the month of 93, sorry, in the year 93, and when he was coming to US, at that time he was not sure, what would be his next year's itinerary. Because he usually would publish his itinerary sometime in September, October, etc. And he said that he will always place it in front of Bhagavan Krishna. In Siddhabari Ashram, there is a small little form in his room. He would place it there, and wait for permission. Bhagavan will give the permission. Okay, go ahead. He said, I have been keeping it, but he's not giving permission to me. So that means he indicated that. So, when he, outside his kutir, if you have gone to Siddhabari, when you come down the steps from his kutir, there used to be a huge, beautiful rose garden. And he loved all the roses. He would stand there, look at the beauty, and the beauty of the valley, all the way up to the Dauladhar mountain ranges. So, that time when he was about to leave, he told, this is such a beautiful rose garden. I loved it. By the time I come back, clear all these things, I have some other thing to do here. It's recorded. So, that is the reason why that same place where right in front of Gurudev's kutir, his body was rested. So, that is the Samadhi Sthal, Brahmalin. So, Samadhi Sthitobi Swabhaktaya Labhyaha, available Swabhaktaya, for his own devotees is definitely available. So, in a Mahatma Samadhi Sthal or place, one should, with the mind totally focused upon the Guru, one should sit. And you will experience the presence. I have had occasions to be there, intense presence you can feel. Similarly, I had been to Tiruvannamalai, Sri Ramana Maharshi's place. The place where they actually have his form and then puja and all that is one thing. But there is if you go further into the ashram, there is a small little area where he used to give darshan or he used to give answers to questions raised by the sadhakas in a small room. Probably some 30-40 people can sit there. And there is a small raised platform where he used to lie down, as probably you know, because of his problem with the feet, knee problem. See, he would not sit usually, he will lie down. You might have seen that picture also. That place is enormous amount of energy. If you happen to go there, please visit that place and stay there in quietude or at least a few hours. You will definitely would feel the presence. Without any effort, your mind will become quiet. You don't need to put any effort. Now when you sit in your own home, you know, how much effort you have to put for even 5-10 minutes to quieten the mind, remove the thoughts. In this Samadhi Sthal of a Mahatma, you don't need to put any effort. You get absorbed into that quietude. So even though unborn, having the qualities of ajatvadi guna, ajatvadi sadguna sampanna yogi, karmani kritva nitaram viragi, samadhistitopi svabhaktaya labhyah, mama sadgururyah, subhidvastuvaryah. Next verse. Ananda chinmaya nijarupa veta, lokanuddharaya cha avatirna vakta, gūಢātma tattvasya bodhane samartah, mama sadgururyah subhigneshu sreshtah. Ananda Chinmaya Nijarupaveta Lokanuddaraya cha avatirna vakta Gudatma tattvasya bodhane samartah Mama Sadgururyah Suvigneshu Sreshtah. Suvignaha means one who has Jna Janati. Jna means to know. Suvignaha, one who has the clarity of understanding. Suttu Vijanati. Suvignaha. Teshu. Suvigneshu Sreshta. The best among those who know the science of understanding. Vijnanam is science, right? Any discovery out of inquiry is Vijnan. By inquiring into the reality and understanding, that's the nature of science. Not taking it anything for granted. That's why when you tell anything to children, why, how, nowadays, anything, why. But their understanding is why, asking why, they become wise. If you can't answer, then. But you see, everything cannot be answered with that way. Two dosas are kept, masala dosa, rava dosa. I like that, masala dosa. Why? Tell me. Why? I like it. Why? I like it. Why? You go on asking, Mama, I just like it, that's all. So when it comes to emotional experiences, you may choose one over the other. Now, why you cannot ask? Why this is not good? That's good, but I like this. Why? So, Vijnan can explain most of the things that the rational way. But this just like emotion itself, I like Krishna than Shiva, let us say. Why? Why means what? The Shiva is not God or what? Okay, but I like it. Somebody would say the other way around. This kind of which is born out of feeling and emotions, you can never be able to give rational answers to it. Much beyond that is the nature of reality, which is beyond all rationality, and it is not even an emotional identification. Do you like yourself or not? Thinking about it. Why? It is not an emotion, it is me. Right? Even if nobody likes me, but I like myself. Suvigneshu Sreshtaha, meaning one who has gained that clarity of understanding of the nature of reality, which is beyond emotions and thoughts, which one's own self. Suvigneshu Sreshtaha Mama Sadguruhu. And why, as I asked you, why do you like yourself? Because Aham Ananda Swarupa. I am of the nature of infinite joy. Even among the people whom you all deal with, you always like a person who is happy. You know, somebody is constantly complaining. If you, okay, let me go in this direction. You don't like to hold a crying baby. Even when you are in the flying in a flight or somewhere, the child is moving around laughing and keep it there. I will take another seat somewhere else. Somebody who is constantly complaining, crying. So I, even myself, don't like myself to be unhappy. So Ananda Chinmaya. Ananda Chinmaya Nijarupa Veta. Veta, knower. The one who knows what? Nijarupam, Swarupam. क्या स्वरूप है हमारा? चिन्मय आनंद. चिन्मय एव आनंद. I put it different way. Ananda Chinmaya. The nature of the Chit, the consciousness is Anand, which makes us love ourselves despite whoever we are. Everyone. As I said, even nobody loves us, but we love ourselves. In whichever condition we are, whether we are young or old, healthy or unhealthy. When you are unhealthy, you would like to be healthy because that is a state of joy. When you are in trouble, you want to get out of trouble because that is what Ananda is, meaning according to our own limited understanding. But the nature of the self is Ananda despite whatever be the condition of the body or the mind. Because this physical identification with the body and mind is also left behind by us at the state of deep sleep. Is it not true? That we leave behind everything unceremoniously. Don't we leave everything when we come to sleep? You don't care who is there next to you, whoever, whatever it is. Yesterday only you bought a new car. I went to somebody's house who is Gujarati. How many cars you have? 2. How do you say in Hindi, in Gujarati? Bekar. Okay. So car to kharida. So I have bought the car, but even new beautiful car. But when I ready to sleep, I leave that also. Yesterday only I bought so much money, chodo. Yesterday only got married, chodo. But when it comes to sleep, there is nothing to compare that, right? Nothing equal to this. Sleep. Why? Because there we get the glimpse of that Anand. That is the nature of consciousness. So that means, Swamiji, we have to go to sleep. Not that you have to go to sleep. Recognize that in that state of sleep where you have given up everything to be with yourself, is the state where you are at the lap of the Lord. Godame. You are lying there, not knowing. So that Anandamaya, Chinmaya, Ananda Chinmaya Nijarupa Veta. To Nijarupa Veta, Nijarupa means Swarupam. That when you know, then it is called Samadhi. The state of oneness with the self, full of bliss, when you consciously being there is called Samadhi. Unconsciously being there is called Sushupti, sleep. The question of know or don't know. You will come to see that little later as we go further. You will see Shivananda, then you will know that. Shivasya Ananda in the evenings. So, Nijarupa Veta, then even as he has realized his true nature as bliss, but he always wanted to uplift people to that state of joy. Lokan Uddharaya cha. To uplift the lokas, people, Avatirna Vakta, he descended as a speaker. Vakta means as a teacher. As a teacher, he descended from Himalayas where he discovered that oneness under the tutelage of his own Guru. He decided to uplift people and come down to our level to teach. Lokan Uddharaya cha Avatirna Vakta. And what did he teach about? Gudhatma tattvasya bodhane samartha. He has become samartha, expert in what? Bodhane, in teaching. Of what? Gudha Atma Tattva. Hidden knowledge of the self. Gudha means hidden, not the one which a part of India people use in the food. I won't say which one. They are very good people. In every food they put good. So that's not the good we are talking about here. I won't say which one, no? Because people say, Swamiji, you are always pulling the leg of these people. Gudha Tattvasya Bodhane. In teaching that hidden reality. We'll see more of it in the next session. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkhabhat Bhavet. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.